Well, obviously, we are thinking of the athletes as a matter of priority. I'm optimistic that a solution can be found, and I look forward to meeting with Iraqi officials.
Cities and the IOC members will be in Lausanne, and what sort of things might be?
Unfortunately, the exception they requested on the timing, on the dates, is something that we could not grant. I understand their disappointment, but the decision has to be fair, and definitely the decision has to be taken in the interest of the athletes. And that is what was our first consideration. Our consideration was not necessarily to please a country or not to please a country. Our consideration was what was best for the athletes of the world.
Partly because of there were not enough information on...
The message that we have got is that, of course, this is a disaster, but China is really committed and determined to stage very good games. And these games will be most likely the first moment of joy of Chinese people. And these games can be considered as, something to rejoice about.
The next games. How do you feel about an athlete, like the British athlete, Dwayne?
We have signed an agreement with the major betting companies. I would say the bona fide, to use a Latin word, or a diplomatic word, the bona fide betting companies. And we rely on them to advise us if there is an abnormal pattern in betting. And then they will advise us that something is suspicious. We will then, of course, work closely together with the experts of the concerned international federations, because there might be very legitimate reasons why all of a sudden there is a surge in betting. And from then on, we'll continue to proceed. Also emanating from the National Olympic Committee and the sports movement in Denmark. And unfortunately, these protests have been violent. I mean, we accept, of course, that people protest. It even does not have to be discussed. But we would expect that protesters be non-violent. Unfortunately, they have been violent. We'll take that into account in our assessment of the Olympic Games in Beijing as a whole.
The view on royal members in the IOC, because royal families have...